for the 2022 Tough Like RORR. Race number 1. Here we go. Oh! We're taking the dirt sample a little bit early. At least it's a soft landing. Let's shake that one off. We're going into the woods. This is a different start than we've done in the years past. It takes a left-hander here. We're starting to go up this hill. I get on the throttle up this hill. Carrying speed, but Chance Baker with a very nice defensive maneuver there. Forces me to kind of check up, and I have to push. I have to push a little bit, so this is starting off a little bit bumpy. We haven't even gotten to the bumpy sections yet. So if you're not familiar with the format of Tough Like RORR, we do 2 qualifying races on Saturday. Your times are combined between those 2 races, and the top 50 finishers go to the main event on Sunday. If you don't make that top 50, there's an LCQ in the morning right before the main event where they take 10 more riders, so they only take 60 into the main event. I'm hearing some revs. The second row's catching up. That's Ryder LeBlanc on the right. That's Jackson Davis. I'm getting all hung up here. The way they do the starting order is by sign-up time, so at least I always say I'm fast on the computer. I might not be fast on the dirt bike. But these guys, some of these guys are really good, so I have to let them go. That's Pat Smaggi, Keith Curtis, both on Shercos. I expect my check by mail, by the way. I have to start on the front row so we can kind of show the entire class. So I can show the whole field of pro riders passing me. All I gotta do is get a top 50 to get into the main event. In the years past, it's been top 30, so this is a change this year. I'm telling myself, calm down, relax. I get myself so worked up, I start doing stupid things. So when I settle down, my heart rate settles down, my mind can think clearly, things go a lot smoother. So I just gotta remind myself of that. We get into this rock garden. This is usually used in race number 2 in years past, but this is the first race, and we're dropping into this big rock garden. Oh, and it starts to get wild here. I am taking some exotic lines. What is this zigzag pattern? There's people stuck. This line on the left here is blocked up. Go to the right. Go to the right, Zach. What are you doing? Come on. That's David Knight. That goes by. Quinn Wenzel's up there. I can't keep track of who else is out here. It's too chaotic. Trying to come up through these rocks. I get a little bit squirrely. It's slippery out here. The foot peg caught my front wheel. It's stuck. That's Colton Weaver. Back it up a little. We're tangled up. There you go, go. So first of all, the odds of this happening. This is like getting a hole-in-one in golf. Look at how this thing just hooks. I mean, that's just bad luck. How does that happen? I couldn't go and recreate that while we're both moving and you hook a peg like that. Man, we should go get a lottery ticket. Although it's bad luck. It's bad luck that we're having. It's been an eventful start, that's for sure. What are we getting ourselves into? It's been a couple minutes. We've had a couple big problems so far. It's pretty slick. You can see it's wet. It had rained right before this race. which is good. It keeps the dust down. I think these are pretty prime conditions. Oh, Colton went down. So the good news is it's not as hot as it has been in years past, although I feel like it was more humid because it felt hot out. And I think it was the humidity that made it just like hard to breathe. It's, you know, you could cut the air with a knife. It was so wet. We're all in a big, long line. There's a bunch of people, and that continues behind me. So it's really important that you don't make a mistake because you'll have a whole bunch of people pass you. It's like a giant convoy rolling through. Everyone's bunched up together. So, oh, up here we got some action. See, this is what you got to look out for. I find a smooth, clean line around that and don't get held up. But that guy just lost a bunch of positions. I'm also keeping an eye out for opportunities to make a pass if I can. Although it's high risk because if you take a bad line, you're hurting. You're going to be in bad shape. Oh, I'm making a move. Okay. Nice. All right, that worked out. So I didn't realize it at the time, but this is Mike Cook here on the right. He lost his chain, which is a real bummer. He got the chain back on, but then a little bit later he hurt his knee in this race and had to sit out the rest of the weekend, which is a real bummer, but he's doing all right. So there were some riders revving behind me, and I'm kind of held up here, so I'm like, you know what, we got to find an opportunity to make a couple more passes here. So I go this way over these big rocks, and I just go down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. Getting stupid. Maybe even more. I just gave up a bunch of positions. And, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, why did I do that? Like, I didn't have to do that. I was doing fine. And then I'm getting greedy out here trying to make passes. So everyone's still bunched up. I'm just a little bit further back in line now. But when this is bunched up like this is how bottlenecks form, when there's big groups of people. One little mistake and things get jammed up. Like right here at this hill, there's people everywhere. Great opportunity to make some passes. So I try to pop up here. It's very slick. I can't really do anything. It's too jammed up. I think I lost one position in that whole debacle. When I was coming through here, you see this rock that's dislodged, and that guy's facing the wrong way. You know, that must not have been good. Luckily, he's up and moving. Oh, this downhill, it was loose, and I get a little swappy. I got a little weird there. Oh my gosh, we're going backwards! Whoa! Get me off the trail!
I can't ride.
What is going on here? I know what's going on. I am forcing it too much. I gotta loosen up. It takes me a lap or two to get myself loosened up. I gotta figure out how to do that before the race starts. How do I get myself in racing mode before it starts? last year, same section, I did the same thing. I fell over here, I got all twirtle-pated. My heart rate's jacked up, I'm frustrated. I was talking to some riders after the race, like Adam even said he was all over the place. People were, you know, slipping around. It was very slippery. I think it was just kind of the way this first race went. Oh, it's Colton. He's stuck here. Whoa. Can you imagine that if I caught my foot peg on his wheel this time? That would be funny. Sun comes out, I'm ripping, baby. Things are drying out. That's what it was. That's what it was. It was the sun wasn't out. It was wet. It was slippery. All right, the second lap's already going better. I haven't fallen in the first corner. Going up this hill. I have to repack my exhaust pipe. It sounded a little crunchy back there. There's a few things I gotta clean up on my bike. It's not the most cosmetically pleasing bike at this moment because I'm taking it to RORR. I can't bring like the 10 out of 10 beauty to RORR. I gotta bring like the bike that looks good at 2 a.m. And after the race, you're like, what the heck? I was riding. Jeepers, cut that from the video. So I'm riding here with Chance for quite a while. It was later in the lap, I think I got around him here.
Yeah, Chance!
So this second lap was going a lot better here so far. This is Bear Poop. That's the name of the section. So when I was coming out of here, I got a little excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be able to make a pass here. Oh, boom! Right there, I whacked my head, my helmet, so hard onto his handlebars that I thought I bent them. Okay, no, I didn't think that. I did not think that, but I hit it pretty hard. Okay, well, all right, we redeemed ourselves this time. Moving a lot better this time through here. Oh, made another pass. I think these guys I was lapping, there's some traffic now that we're on to the second lap. I was trying to get my front end straightened out here. There we go. And this is where my second lap turns to crap. Not really, but this rider doesn't quite make it, so I switch to this line, but I have no run-up. Nothing. Ah! I have to turn around. It's like turning around a plane. I was down here shuffling around. We got the guy with the stick waving it around. I'm backing it up. And get up that. Now I'm a little bit fired up. We got the energy to be a little bit fired up. Caught my breath after that first lap shenanigans. We're back. We finished.
23.
32nd in this race. It was a mess out there on that first lap. I know I'm capable of doing much better than that. But regardless, we're in a good position. I have to have a good race number 2. And we'll be into the main event. Race 2 is on deck. See you there.